Hi everyone, thanks again for joining me for this week's Soulmate Oracle reading. I'm Anne Elizabeth and I give weekly Oracle readings focusing on love and relationships, divine partners, soulmate connections, and all spiritual energies that pertain to love. Okay, so if you're landing on this video and maybe the dates are not matching up, this is a reading video that was sent to you so that you can use for your highest good. Basically, these reading videos that I make are not necessarily readings that I'm giving out from my own perspective. It's basically coming from the divine messages that I'm getting spiritually so that you can use for your highest good. It's not me telling you what to do. It's not a personalized reading, although I do give them, and the links are down in the description area. But for now, this is a reading video that you need to use for your highest good if it resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, maybe revisit this video, because sometimes we're not ready to hear the messages. We're sent the video. The universe has given it to us, but though we're not ready. So I highly recommend to revisit and try to absorb what is being given to you, because sometimes we're not ready to hear the messages. Like I said, sometimes ego can take in place, or sometimes we're just like overwhelmed. But whatever the case may be, you're here, and I'm happy you're here, and I'm grateful. And I want to thank you all for subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, and all the support you guys give me. I really am touched. I love it. I love you guys. Our community is growing larger, and I'm getting out there and talking more to you guys all the time, engaging into conversations. It's wonderful how I'm meeting all these different people, and you guys are like a part of it. It's wonderful. It touches my heart, and I want to continue to do this as much as I can. I do plan on making more live videos. A lot of you have been asking me when my next live video is going to be. Well, I will announce them maybe like right before I'm ready to release them, a day or two if I can. Sometimes I get like impulsive and I say I have to release a message, and that's what I've been doing, as many of you have been noticing. But it's hard for me to plan it because sometimes things come up, and it seems like this is the way the messages are coming to me and given to me, that I can't just plan it. You know, like maybe these weekly reading videos I can plan, and so far so good. It's been almost 18 months, something like that, maybe going on 2 years, that I've been making them consecutively, and I'm really excited about it because sometimes I'm able to make another video inside that week. So I'm trying to get, excuse me, I'm getting a little hoarse, allergy season. So I'm trying to become like more consecutive as much as possible, and from the best of what I can do, I will give out more. I'm trying my best to get more things out there, more information for you guys. And, you know, aside from everything else, I do plan to be on call for you guys as well. Just like, as you know, the waiting has been a little bit more of a delay, not because I am delaying anything, but you know what, I'm getting sometimes an overwhelming response that I try to fit everybody in as quickly as possible. But at the same time, when I get like too many at one time, I will let you guys know that if you're booked the reading, you know, I won't let you just hang. I will let you know that it's going to be a little bit longer. So just to give you a heads up on, in case you're planning to book a reading, but just please be patient, because I am doing my best. I want to be there for all you guys. You guys are great. I love you guys. It's great. I love the power of social media and how we can all, you know, touch each other's lives in so many different ways. Okay, so like as we're coming to the end of September, it's a time when, you know, we reflect a lot. We look at a lot that we're doing in our lives, and we know that, you know, the new year is coming up, and a lot of us don't want to look at, oh no, it's coming up, holidays, and no, be excited about it. I love autumn. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons, and it's not because October is my birthday. It's mainly because that's my month, my birthday month. It's mainly because it does something. It's a spiritual month. And, you know, Halloween and like all these harvest activities, I just love it. It is a great time to celebrate. It's a great time to give gratitude, you know, as Thanksgiving comes in, and all these wonderful things that occur with the leaves turning colors. I love to get out there. It's my favorite time to be outside. I know, yeah, a lot of people say it's a little crisp, it's a little fresh. Yeah, we wear our sweaters. I love it. I just love it. It's beautiful. Looking at colors of the leaves. I encourage you guys to do that. Embrace nature, you know, at its best. Seriously, it's kind of like dessert, kind of like when you eat, you know, like you have your dinner, your salad, you have your dinner, and then you have your dessert, and that's the dessert because all the trees are gorgeous and gold and rich coppers and all these beautiful colors. I just love it. I can stay out in autumn colors all day long. It's beautiful. So I encourage you to do that. Embrace it. And you know what? It does recharge you. It rejuvenates you. Seriously, guys. I know I say this a lot and I sound like I'm like really an outdoorsy person, and I kind of am, but you know, we're limited when it's really cold or if it's really hot. So when the weather is right, plan a day, you know, make an appointment with yourself, put it on your calendar, do it, get it done. You know, you're gonna love yourself for doing it. Seriously, it's like a time to really empower yourself and make you feel warm, and it's part of self-care as well, because it gets you ready for the new season that's going to come up, the new year. You know, it's a new day, a new beginning. That's basically what autumn is to me, and spring is the actual new beginning because it's the new the renewal of everything. I talk about the two seasons because a lot of people ask me, well, what does this mean and why are you talking about one season? So I try to combine them. So if some of you don't understand, I'm trying to be as fair as I can because we are going through different things in different parts of the world. I think it's beautiful. The energy shifts are still occurring. I'm still feeling them, and I'm being approached by a lot of you that's been telling me you're still getting them. And the best way to overcome those energy shifts is embracing nature, just what I'm telling you. That's why I'm advising you guys to just get out there, because staying congested in a house or an apartment or wherever you're living in a room, it kind of like not struggles, but it creates like this feeling like, oh, I need to get out. And you know what? When you get out, you feel like, whew, it's kind of like a stuffy room. You have to open up a window. Well, our energy is the same way. So when you embrace nature, you recharge and you rejuvenate all what nature gives you. It gives you a sense of like, I can do this, okay? So I just want to thank you guys all for liking, commenting, sharing, and doing all that you do with the support you've given me, because it means a whole lot to me. I love you guys. It means so much to me, and I just want to give you guys gratitude and hug you guys, because you've done so much in my life. Trust me, and I feel like eternally grateful for you guys, because I love social media. I love what it's done. So if this reading resonates with you, like I said, take what doesn't and leave what take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. I'm trying to talk here, and it seems like it's impossible because I'm just excited. Okay, so without further delay, let's begin the reading. Okay, I've meditated and asked for guidance on what we need to know in order to take with us for the coming week, and what we need to know in order to empower our lives with our love relationship, whatever that may be, so that we can accept it. The cards that I've used were the very beautiful Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. One of my favorite decks. It's one of those go-to decks when I need messages given to me, and I feel like this is perfect timing, especially at the end of this month and coming into the next month. Okay, and the first card that I got, Release and Surrender. And this is a perfect time as what I've been talking about. As we release things out of our lives, we also surrender. We kind of like, we understand that it's time to just let go. And that's what this card is doing. This angel is releasing. And as it says on the bottom, hopefully it's clear, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly, gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. And that's where the angels are telling you it's time to just let go. And when I say let go, I don't mean, do I let go of a situation? Do I let go of a relationship? Is it somebody that I'm supposed to let go of? No, not necessarily. It's what calls out to you. If you're getting messages that it's time to move on from someone, or it's time to let go of that someone, well then that is a message that's being given to you, and I'm not the one telling you this, because no one on this planet is going to be able to tell you this, because this is your decision. And remember, your decision is part of your life lesson in order for you to empower your life, okay? Divine Masculine is going through a series of challenges. Though the Divine Masculine has seen things change and they want out of a situation to start moving forward, they're still not releasing and surrendering. And that's where you're feeling it as well. Divine masculine is part of our ego, is part of our energies that we feel that we kind of like control in a sense. And when our ego takes over, we can't release and surrender. It's not that easy. Actually, it makes it more complicated because every time we try to release, we're actually clinching. We're actually holding on. And when we keep saying it, it's kind of like when you're focused to do something. Like I'm just going to give this as an example. If you're on a diet, and if I don't know if any of you have ever went on a diet and found that I'm not going to eat carbs, and I'm going to stay away from fat, I'm going to stay away from this, and you end up eating more because your mind is programmed, oh no, I can't do this, oh no, I can't do this. And subconsciously, you end up doing it and you end up gaining weight. Okay, so same concept, not necessarily you're going to gain weight, but same concept is you're releasing and surrendering. You have to just do like exactly what it says, like sit down and just look up and say, I release, I surrender to the highest. I want the goodness to be given to me, and I'm ready to accept it. This is what you need to do on a daily basis. This is kind of like the way I motivate myself every morning when I release and surrender, and I ask God to take out whatever it needs to be taken out of my life and help me to take it out. However you meditate, however you pray, however you worship, however you're giving gratitude to the universe is your way, and you need to do it. It's all about letting go, and that's what the divine masculine has to do, because we have to release, guys, some of the stuff that we pick up from other people, and not necessarily people, could be even like influences that we see from other people, not necessarily that they are giving us ideas. When things are given to us, even like watching a television show or a movie, and did you ever watch something that is so violent, so gruesome, so dramatic, that you end up watching that movie or TV show that you were in a good mood before, but afterwards you're frustrated, you feel so stressed out, you feel like a heaviness in your heart. Or even a horror movie. Sometimes a horror movie, we all like a little horror sometimes. A little bit. It's mystical. I'm sorry. It's mystical I like. Not necessarily horror, because I don't like too much horror. But what I'm trying to say is that releasing and surrendering, when you're adapting and you're absorbing it, you have to be careful. I watch certain things that I have to be careful with. I cover my eyes. I fast forward it, or I'll just take it right off. I like to see different things, and I stay away from certain things as well, like the news. It's all about what you do to bring in the love in your life, because releasing and surrendering, it's not about absorbing and bringing more in, because that's what happens. It's kind of like if you have a car running and that carbon monoxide, the toxins, the fumes, or someone's doing something like in front of you, and maybe you don't, and you end up absorbing it. I'm not saying that this is, well, it is kind of not necessarily good, like smoking, and you're absorbing all these smoke fumes, and you don't smoke. You're absorbing secondhand smoke. That's your prerogative if you do smoke, so I'm not trying to judge nobody here. But the person that doesn't smoke is automatically going to be like, oh, I'm feeling, intoxicated with something, or drinking, or whatever it is that brings in a negative energy to themselves. Things happen. We all contribute to it. Not that I'm saying one person is better than the other. You have to remember, everybody tries to cleanse their spirit as much as possible. And if you are doing these things, maybe it's a time to release and surrender. Maybe this is a message that I just gave an example, but something came to me that maybe this is a message for you, that now that we're coming into a new season, well, this is a new season. We're already getting full swing into it for October and getting prepared for new beginnings for the new year, that maybe it's a time to release and surrender those things. It's not a bad idea. We all have our own ways. We all do our own thing. But when you're doing things that's harming yourself, and you're harming yourself, you know what I'm talking about, whatever that may be, it's time to rethink it and reconsider it, okay? So I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Like I said, sometimes I try my best to be as gentle, and I try to be as firm as at the same time, because I love you guys, and I just want you guys to empower yourselves. And you've asked me so many times what tips I have, and I see things and I can't really say it, but I will say it here because this is a general reading for everyone. And you take the messages that are being given to you, because I don't know what your situation is, but I like to, you know, give you as much guidance as I can, if that makes sense. I hope you guys took it the right way. Okay, so anyways, Divine Masculine is releasing and surrendering. It's something that we all have to start giving in, and I include myself as well. So please release whatever it is and surrender it. And guess what? New beginnings, new love, new feelings of light will start to flourish in your life. Trust me, it does happen all the time. Okay, the next card. Opportunity to forgive. And I love this card. I love the koala bears. They're so cute. We have some at our zoo. I love them. The koala bear is giving her this beautiful angel light. And as she's looking into this beautiful koala bear with the baby, it says, "This situation brings you the opportunity to heal and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion." There you go. Exactly what I was just saying with releasing and surrendering. Sorry, I liked my cards to be even. I'm one of those even. Just what I was saying. It's an opportunity to forgive because you're releasing. There's things in your life maybe you're not looking at clearly. Maybe, sorry, I have to drink something. You have to release whatever it is that pattern has been giving you. Maybe you've been holding on to it for so long and you just got used to it. And you know what happens? We get used to those patterns. Yes, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, maybe this is a new beginning, something that can enlighten you. I hope it does. I really do. And if it does, please let me know that it did, because I would love to know about it and share it and have you share it with me, because it's an energy exchange. So anytime you get like messages, and some of you have been sharing that with me, I love you guys for it. It empowers me. And I want to give you guys exactly what you're giving me. So I try my best to do as much as I can. And that's why it's an opportunity to forgive the negatives, because we do these things to ourselves. I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it. We are all guilty of things that we do. We sabotage our own happiness. And that's where the Divine Masculine is looking at. It's time to forgive. He knows that he has to release the Divine Masculine. I shouldn't say he, because it is a he technically, but it's not necessarily meaning that the guy that is in your life or you are a guy and it's just for a man. It's actually, we are he and she's deep inside, if that makes sense. So when I say that, I should clarify it. When that Divine Masculine is saying, I need to let go and I'm ready to release and surrender, you are saying it. You are feeling it. You are feeling it. A part of you is feeling, it's time for me to just start over again and forgive myself for all of these things. You know, like I said, we've all done it. We've all been guilty of it. We can't be pure. As much as I would love to say you can be as pure as snow and you have, so much, you have so much in you that you can be pure. We can't. We can't. We do things every day. We accumulate things every day because we are human. And there's nothing that's going to bring you down if you allow it. You can't allow negativity to come into your life. That's why I always say put a shield in front of you and say, I am not allowing anything negative to affect my joy. Don't let somebody else's downward energy pull you down. And the same goes for you. Don't go trying to fix things, because I know a lot of us, we see somebody down and they're really down. Yes, we can talk to that person, but if they don't want our help and if they're saying no, go away from me or leave me alone, then you leave them alone. They will come to you when they're ready. You just give them love, send them light. That's what I do. And guess what? They're going to come to you and say, thank you for just at least coming up to me to ask me how I'm doing. Because just that simple word, of how a question, how are you? Are you okay? Like those words are kind and they're meaningful. 90% of people will come back to you and say, you've helped me in some way. I know it happens to me all the time. But 10% of people are still stuck in their ways. So you have to remember, you can't absorb that 10%. Sometimes that 10% is going to pull you down, and then you're going to feel worse than you were before because they latch out on you, if you know what I mean, and they say things. It's an opportunity to forgive. It's an opportunity to give love, and it's an opportunity to just spread that beautiful light that is inside of you. And I know I talk a lot about this light, and a lot of you say, where is the light? Because the light is not shining in me the way I want it to. You know how you see a light like the sky when we see the beautiful sunrise come up? It's a light that happens every single morning, and that's the way our atmosphere should be inside of us, kind of like our attitude. When you wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to love myself, I'm going to love it, because we're fresh in the morning. It's the day-to-day hour, I should say, the hours that go by that we think, and we wake up from it, and we start looking at our phone, we start looking at TV, we start looking at the news, we start looking at videos, we start looking at things that kind of remind us, oh, I don't know if that light is still there anymore, but it is, because that's why you should be looking at it first thing in the morning. Positivity, light. Read things that are motivational, devotional, things about that empower you. Like I said before, I like to give out motivational quotes as much as I can. I read other quotes. I read what I can for positive affirmations, and I say them myself all morning. And guess what? I carry it with me throughout the whole day. And then it kind of like follows me for the other days. It's an example I'm giving to you guys. Maybe you have your own method. That's fine. But just try to forgive yourself, not looking at things so drastically. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Have confidence. And this angel, as you can see, has confidence. She's beautiful, and she's looking at things around her. She's just floating in the water. Her feet are in the water, and as it says, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. I don't know if I could see that very well, but it's basically telling you that this is a time to rely on the love that you have inside of you with the angels. The angels are giving you the confidence. When we are down, the divine feminine tries to lift up. The divine feminine wants to lift up. The divine feminine wants to stop feeling compelled to the fear-based energies, because we've been seeing a lot of fear. We've been seeing a lot of negativity that maybe we're not forgiving, maybe we're not letting go of. And that's where you need the confidence. Have confidence in this relationship. This relationship that maybe you're involved with, maybe you don't have confidence because maybe it's a relationship that you're not really opening yourself to. That's right. Because you're doubting yourself. Maybe there was something previously and you're doubting yourself. The same way goes if you're dating and you're looking for a good a good relationship to establish something with, foundation, but you don't have confidence in yourself enough to say, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to be the best that I can just because I am who I am, and I don't have to pretend, and I don't have to be talked into anything. I am just going to be me. You know, a relationship should not be, how could I say, manipulated in any way. A relationship should be 50-50. It shouldn't be you always putting the energy to get in touch with that person, unless that person has no way of getting in touch with you or no phone service or whatever. But that's very rare. So you have to have confidence in yourself that that person's going to call you. And you know what? Trust in what your heart says. If that person isn't calling you, well, maybe that person isn't for you. Yes. A lot of times we feel like we have to keep on calling, we have to put the energy. If we don't, we're never going to get that person to get in touch with us. Maybe it's a time for you to focus on you. Because maybe if you took a step back, you'll see that that person is going to call you. I see this all the time. Because when you're putting all the energy, when you're putting all the effort in a relationship because you don't have confidence that that person is going to make an effort, well, you're doubting who you are. You're doubting the person you are. And your higher self says, why are you doing this to me? Why can't you trust that I know what I'm doing? How come you can't give me the love that I need? That's something that you have to think about. That's something that you have to really work on yourself with. Okay, so let's go to the next card. Assertiveness. And it's something that I think we all should practice, because being assertive is not necessarily being firm, but more about being who we are. Just like having confidence. It's the same thing, almost the same thing. Okay. This situation can be healed gently and with love. As you're requested, yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your works. Now, look at these two cards. They're like telling you, this is a direct message, guys. This is really a direct message. Being assertive is not about saying something drastically. I mean, sometimes when we get upset, yeah, we say things and we go, what did I just say? Oh my gosh. We control our tongue. The tongue is a very, very huge thing that we have to control. And having self-control sometimes it triggers us. And, you know, like that's why I always say, don't let little things trigger you. Forgive yourself. Release and surrender. Because eventually you're going to say something that you're going to regret. Maybe this person that you're involved with, maybe this person that you're trying to get closer to but doesn't see you for who you are. Maybe because you're not seeing yourself for who you are, and you're not being assertive. You're not letting them know that I'm who I am. I have confidence, and you're not allowing them to see this. This goes for work related. I see this a lot with employees, with their bosses. Not that I'm saying you need to speak up for yourself all the time, because we should be doing that. But sometimes we have to bite our tongue, because it is, you know, it is something that we are underneath, and we we value our job, but we can't say things firmly all the time, because we come off looking very, like, not negative, but like we want to control everything. You got what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when you feel like you're being taken for granted for, and you're not getting the credit you deserve, well, right there you should be assertive, because if you're not, they're going to always push and push and push and push you to your limit, that you're going to go beyond your limit, and guess what? You're not going to like who you become, because you're going to end up not being that person that you are. You're not releasing and surrendering. Ask the angels, ask for guidance, ask God to help guide you on this one. Because when you know that you are in the right, or you feel something, you have to let it go. You have to release it. Maybe this is a message for you to tell that person. Maybe this love relationship that you're involved with, this person keeps taking you for granted. This person is not listening to you. Or maybe this person is really ignoring you, and you're feeling hurt inside. You need to be assertive. You have to have confidence in yourself. Like I said, I don't know your direct situation, but I can tell you this. This message is something that is necessary for the collective. I feel that everybody has a part in this, because there is a lot that is holding on to a lot of past wounds, past negatives, that with this new time that's coming in, this new beginnings that are about to approach us, we need to be the person that we are deep inside our soul, centered down to the core. Okay, so I hope that this reading resonated with you in many, many ways. There was a lot that resonated with me. I feel it. I can see it, and I think I give gratitude for this, for these messages given to me. If there's something that you are feeling, you're resonating with it, and maybe it's not coming in as clear, write down the things that did come in clear, and maybe revisit the video later. That usually helps, because we're not open to receive. That happens all the time. Also, if you'd like to get a personalized reading by me, I do offer phone, chat, and email readings, and all the information is down below, along with my blogs and my other videos you can check out as well. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down in the comments area. And I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support you've given me throughout these months, this past year and a half, actually. It has empowered my life, and I don't want to go into it, but it's touched me so much and has helped my life in many, many ways, and I love you guys for it. Okay. So anyways, I hope you have some plans for this coming October. It's a lot of fun. If you got kids, hay rides, apple pickings. I mean, it's a lot of fun things to do. If you're into the Halloween stuff, that's a lot of fun as well. Also get out there and just embrace autumn or spring. Spring is a beautiful time. I don't want to talk about spring because I'm not in spring right now, but you got what I'm saying, and I've talked about it before if any of you know my previous reading videos, and maybe that's a sign for you to check out the ones that I've made in April, May, March. That's a message for you. So that's another thing to think about. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.